friends. I'm here. I wanted to read you one of my favorite stories ever called The Paper Bag Princess by Robert Munsch, and the art is by Michael Marchenko. This has always been one of my favorite books, especially for my young female students. I think they might really enjoy this one because it's a little bit different than the usual story that we hear. So let's begin. I'm going to ask some questions through the story like I would if I was reading to your child, but feel free to pause the text or to keep it running in real time, whatever you think is best. The Paper Bag Princess. To Elizabeth. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. Expensive means it costs a lot of money. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. So far we met our main character, our protagonist, Elizabeth, and we are introduced to another character, Ronald. How can you tell that she really likes Ronald in this picture? What clues do you get? I see some hearts circling around her. That must mean that she loved him. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with a fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. Oh my goodness, so much happened in that one page. Can you remember the things that happened? Let's count them back. The dragon smashed her castle, burned all of her clothes, and carried off Prince Ronald. That is a big problem, a conflict. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. Would you be brave enough to chase the dragon? I don't know if I would. I wonder how she was feeling. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing that she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forests and horses' bones. So that is how she's keeping track of where he went. How does she look in this picture? You can tell by her body language. The words I would use are angry, frustrated. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck out his nose at the door and said, "Ooh, well, princess, I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. That is not what I was expecting. What did you think the dragon was going to say? How would you feel if you knocked on the door and knew that a dragon was behind it? Oh no. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged the door again. The dragon stuck out his nose and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I am a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait!" shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. I wonder what Elizabeth's doing asking him these questions. I wonder how she's feeling. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh yes," said the dragon, and he took a huge deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burnt up 50 forests. Oh my goodness. And there she is, standing next to him, not afraid. I really, really like the protagonist of the story. "Fantastic," said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burned up 100 forests. "Magnificent," said Elizabeth. And the dragon took another huge breath. But this time nothing came out. He didn't even have enough fire to cook a meatball. So now he's out of breath. Okay, what is Elizabeth trying to do? What do you think? Do you have a prediction? Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds? "Why, yes," said the dragon, and jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic, do it again." He must be feeling very tired. So the dragon jumped up and flew around the world in just 20 seconds. And when he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and he went straight to sleep. Okay, so he's out of breath and he's very tired. Do you think Elizabeth meant for this to happen? Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon was so tired, he didn't even move. All right, so he is sound asleep. What can she do now? Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes, your hair is all tangled up, and you were wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you are dressed like a real princess." Is that how you would act if someone saved you from a fiery, fierce dragon? How do you think Elizabeth is feeling? What do you think she should do? Well, let's see. "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum." And they didn't get married after all. And this is one of my favorite pictures. I hope to hang it one day in my daughter's bedroom to remind us that we are each fierce and magnificent and powerful. And Elizabeth conquered a dragon and freed a prince, but decided after all she was better off by herself. All right, guys, I hope you enjoy the story as much as I do. I can't wait to see you again soon.